I trained as a silversmith and jeweller, so my skills are very much metal-based skills, and I'm constantly exploring that and pushing the material and creating new ways of working with the metal. So I'm based in Plockton on the west coast of Scotland. It's a little fishing village, and there's yachts and fishing boats and nets and creels, and then, you know, the old ropes that are wrapped around the creels. Bright colours and pops of fluorescent buoys. So a lot of my inspiration comes from there. It's really special. There's lots of shafts of light that, you know, come down, and you can 1 minute look at the mountains and it'll be, you know, really green and heather bit covered, and then the next it'll be really dark and sinister, and so there's constant changings in the lights. I tend to work predominantly in sterling silver and small elements of gold that I'll try to incorporate on certain pieces. And then my main focus is hand-dyed elastic, which comes in lots of different sort of thicknesses. That I do lots of different techniques on, so whether it's stitching or knitting or making lots of different loops or just big coiled pieces. So it's just really about exploring what the elastic can do, and the sort of the structures of the elastic, so stretching the elastic and seeing how it will sort of knit together. And for me, it's all very new, very exciting, very experimental. So I'm always learning on the job, really. The clean line of my silver is really important. And then there's a lot of craziness with the colours and the textures of when I'm, you know, maybe making knitted pieces or looped pieces. So I like the contrast of the two materials together. So, you know, the edginess of the silver. It's not, you know, highly polished in any sort of way. I mean, the collection's called Ombre, but really it's all to do with sort of like the tidal, so the ebbs and flow of the tide, and how you get two different colour tones, and it's all very gradiated. So when I'm working with the dyes, I first, you know, place the elastic into one vat of dye, and then make the piece up, and then dye it again. And I actually boing it with some elastic and move it up and down, and that gives me the tidal markings within each piece. But when I'm experimenting, it's really exciting when I come across a new colour combination and I'm combining two different colours, and, you know, you get some really exciting colours coming out. They're very, very vivid sort of colours with the dyes that I'm using. If somebody wants to buy a piece of my work, then I always feel really privileged that they want to do that they've chosen a piece of my work over another jeweller's work. And I suppose especially with the elastic pieces, because, you know, they're large scale, they're adventurous, they're not for everyone, but sometimes I may be at a show or an exhibition, and someone may come onto the stand, and you just know that piece belongs to them. And for me, that's the best customer of all, the one that, you know, knows that's their piece. You know, that's really important. You know, it's a special moment when that happens.